What's going on, everybody? Nitro here, and today I don't really have a gameplay for you. What you're going to see on the screen is actually me proving my point more than anything else. But today I'm talking about YouTube and YouTube being hard. And for all you viewers out there that think that YouTube is hard and that these big YouTubers do so much work and they slave over night and day to get you all the hot content, is a bunch of bullshit. Right off the top, I'm going to state I don't hate on any of these YouTubers. I like a lot of them. I watch a lot of their stuff. I will continue to watch a lot of their stuff. But for them to sit there and say that they do a lot of work, I'm calling bullshit. I'm going to put that straight out. It is bullshit. YouTube's not hard in any way, shape, or form. I've spent upwards of 8 hours making some videos. It's fun for me, for one. But the end result of my video compared to what you see on YouTube is fucking hands down not even comparable. You know, people used to put that effort out there, but now we're in a time where all these YouTubers make money and this is like their career, so they have to do the quantity over quality, which is understandable, but it's not hard. I mean, most of these people talk over gameplay, which takes just the amount of time that the gameplay is, usually 6-7 minutes, and then that's it. Then they're done. They hit a button to render it and wait for it to render and upload it. Doesn't take hard. A lot of these people have 2 lines too, so they don't even have to stop doing what they're doing. Let's go into examples specifically so we can kind of point out what I mean. Now, when we're talking like Whiteboy and WoodysGamertag, a lot of what they do is just talk over gameplay. It's not editing extensive. If we take Whiteboy, for instance, he doesn't edit at all. I don't even think he uses color correction half the time. But it's not hard. He talks over gameplay easy. He quits every lobby until he gets put into a good lobby to get the gameplay, which would be the hardest part of it. So again, not really hard. And then other than that, he does a lot of vlogs where, hey, I carry a camera around, show me off, how's it going, type deal. Not hard. WoodysGamertag, he uses a snipping tool to kind of put people's words on the screen. Not really hard either. A lot of you might say, well, he's got people's lives at stake. Again, he can probably filter through these results, pick the questions that are easiest, and at the same time, it's really not hard to give somebody objective advice just to get them thinking in a different direction. You know, some people might have their mindset just on one specific thing, but if you hear advice from somebody else and kind of give their say about it, it might open up your mind to other options that are out there. Not really difficult, you know, to say the least. Putting up 3 videos a day, not really difficult. If you think about it, you're doing that 3 times a day, so you're spending about a half an hour making videos. The rest of the time you're doing whatever you want. C-Nanners used to be somebody that worked really hard on his videos. He used to do tons of editing. I used to respect the shit out of him for that. But then he got on Machinima and he stopped making videos like at all. He put up like 1 video a month, and now that he's back on his own, working on his channel, it's just random gameplay that I don't even want to watch, and it's all live commentary stuff with like face cam. Not really hard to do, but he's got such a subscriber base that they're just gonna stick around. I mean, I like C-Nanners. He's a funny guy, cool guy, but you know, not really my cup of tea anymore. Then there's like XJaws. Now, XJaws, I used to watch XJaws all the time because he used to actually give advice about the game. I mean, he still does, but the amount of videos that he puts out is a lot less than it used to be. But I mean, this kid is living the fucking dream. I mean, he makes so much money that it's ridiculous. I mean, like, I don't know. Again, it's not really hard when you're good at the game to give advice about a game, so we'll go into that. But how hard is it to like videotape yourself while you're driving a fucking Lambo or hanging out with Justin Bieber? And I mean, even if this guy didn't give advice about the game, like, how hard is it to make up a topic like, oh yeah, man, how cool it was to drive in a Lambo, or how cool it was to be on reality TV, or how cool it was to hang out with Justin Bieber and be VIP, for fuck's sakes. Like, this kid is living the absolute dream. And in no way, shape, or form do I think he puts much work into his YouTube channel. I mean, his videos are cool. His story's cool. But at the same time, does he put in the work? I don't really think so. So for people to think that he works hard, not really, you know, the case. If you're going to go into people that work hard, you know, there's kind of like T. Martin, but even him, he's like Well, you just walk around the map and try to find jump spots, which I've done. It's not really that hard to do, and you can do most of that just by playing the game a lot. And I mean, he did like that prestige thing where all they did for like a month, whatever, was try to get master prestige. So you're playing the game how much there, playing on your own account. You put in a lot of time in the game, you find stuff like that. So I guess in a way it's time consuming, but it's time that you're gonna spend doing anyways, because that's what you do, is play COD for a living. And I mean, he has an accountant, which, how much money do you have that you need an accountant to like look after your stuff? And I don't know, I mean, I guess he kind of puts in work, but he like reminds me of like Onslaught, because Onslaught used to put up a lot of work. He used to have overlays. That's where I learned how to do all my overlays and stuff, was watching one of his videos where he showed people how to do it. But now all he does is RTCs, which the hardest thing in that is like syncing game audio and voice audio. So I'm sorry, Onslaught, you don't cut it anymore either. I mean, you put out a lot of videos, but you're just recording yourself playing the game and talking while you play it, which I mean is kind of a skill, because it is difficult to talk while you play, at least, and be interesting all the time, but still not really that hard. And then for somebody, if you want to compare like these people to somebody that actually works hard on YouTube, go to Drifter. Now, Drifter, in my opinion, spends the most time working on videos out of anybody there. He spends tons of time testing and doing all kinds of things for his videos. Plus, he does a lot of extensive editing, which you don't see in anybody else's videos. And I had Drifter on my Overpowered show, and he basically said the only reason he got into YouTube was to try to show people that YouTube isn't hard. And if he's saying that YouTube's not hard and he puts that much work in it, then you probably can believe that YouTube isn't hard. And a lot of these big YouTubers work half as much as he does. But again, he is one of the few guys that actually puts quality over quantity. And even myself, you know, I try to put out a video every day, and I find myself, I'm doing a lot of live comms too, just series. I want to get into LPs and stuff, but LPs aren't hard. I mean, you talk while you play the game, and if you know nothing about the game, you just go off raw reaction. And if you do know stuff about the game, you try to teach while you play. And when I'm doing like live comms on COD 4, it's just me playing the game and reacting. And sometimes I suck, and sometimes I'm good, and sometimes I sound funny, and sometimes I am boring. But you know, it happens, and that stuff's easy. But then when I go and do my videos, like my Nitro Sports Entertainment Inc. videos that I have up on KSGN, you know, those take a lot of effort to do. There's a lot of like scripting, there's a lot of editing, there's all kinds of stuff. You know, I spend hours doing those videos, and you don't see a lot of that out there on YouTube. You don't see a lot of work out on YouTube anymore, and that's just my point. You know, these people that are making YouTube money are living the absolute dream. They're living the dream. They have the easiest job in the world. You play video games and you make videos, and making videos isn't hard when you don't put effort. Like, I could see if you put like, you know, one amazing video out a week where it actually took you some time. But I mean, if this was my job, I'd probably fall into this trend too, because you just want to make as much money as you can. So you want to put out as many videos as you can to get as many views as you can. But at the same time, I'd still, you know, enjoy to like reward my subscribers with something cool once in a while. But really, that's my piece. Thank you for listening for the past 9 minutes or so. But that's all I have to say. I mean, YouTube's not hard. I mean, if you want to get into YouTube, try it. Follow your dreams. It's not hard. The hardest part for a new YouTuber is, you know, getting your name out there, getting noticed. Getting noticed is really hard. It is very hard nowadays to start a new channel and get noticed, because there's just so much content out there, and you know, people usually aren't looking. They've already got their like 90 fucking subs in their like box or whatever, subscription box. They got tons of videos to watch. So they're not really looking for new stuff, and it's really hard to get a break. But that's really all I have to say. You know, YouTube's not hard. It's a really easy thing. But until next time, peace and love, my friends. Peace and love.